my God, it's a peso. It's a peso graffiti design. This guy is amazing. And you know what? I know how it's his because it's the colors that he always uses, and he also spelled his name out so I could see it. Hi, I'm Natalie, Sis, the Suitcase Entrepreneur, and yes, I am standing in front of some graffiti because graffiti in my mind represents you making a statement, a big bold statement right here on a wall for everybody to see. And today's question is all about how do you stand out online, and it is from Barry Mayer. It says, how do you combine your brand with your personality, and how do you present your business online and in social media so that you stand out? And this is a great question, and I always love the quote from Oscar Wilde, which is, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. And I find that so many people online are trying to mimic other people. So they see their success and they go, you know what, I'm going to try and do the exact same thing. And it just doesn't work. You have to be you. And the best way for you to see success in your business, and I've seen it in mine, is when you be completely, utterly, and truly yourself. So what is it in your personality that people really like? What is it that you're a little bit quirky with? Maybe you have a great sense of humor. Maybe you're very factual. Maybe you're extremely inspiring. Maybe you speak really fast and that's your thing. Maybe you're critical, or maybe you're a little satirical. Whatever it is, make that stand out even more and fully embrace who you are as a person. And that will actually then form your brand. There's no use being a corporate brand if your personality is completely off the wall. I just had to do that because I'm standing in front of a wall. So once again, being yourself and then embracing the aspects of your personality and putting them into your brand. That is going to be your brand essence, and that is what's going to make you stand out. So for the longest time, I'd come from a corporate background, and when I first started my blog, I would write really structured, like corporate-y speak. It was terrible. It was just so boring and dull. And when I finally wrote, oh, that's so brilliant. Sorry, I just have to say that it's like Suitcase Entrepreneurship at its best. You should get me one of those. Okay, back to this. So the minute I started writing more personally and from the heart and with much more transparency, that's when people really started resonating, because I finally realized that I put myself out in front of them and they really appreciated it because there was no holds barred. It was who I was, spelling mistakes, grammar errors, funny quirks, humor, everything aside. So if you haven't picked up on what I'm saying right now, it is that you must embrace your own unique special ingredient. And by that I mean, what is it that you do better than anybody else? What is it that your friends say you're really good at? What is it that they always say, you know what, I really love the way you do X, Y, or Z. You have to embrace your unique selling proposition or your unique special ingredient. And that's basically what I have to say about it. That's when you will start to see real success. The next part of that question was, how do you present your business online and in social media? Now, this is quite an open-ended question, and I'm sure I will be covering this again in future videos. But in a nutshell, once again, you want your brand and personality to come across consistently across all the social media platforms. On your blog, on your videos, in your podcast, in your Facebook updates, in your Google Plus posts, and your Twitter updates. It all has to be consistent with your brand. So you want to use the same logos, the same imagery, and the same language. And you should never ever censor yourself. Do not ever do that online. Just be who you are and say the things that you say. Obviously, if you're somebody who drops F-bombs all the time, you might want to consider which of the social networks is going to pick up on that. You don't obviously want to have your account deleted for profanity. But don't hold back. Like, ask the right questions, put out the controversial statements, make the funny jokes. And as I said, you want to be consistent across social media. So whatever your brand and personality essence is, make sure it comes across in everything that you do. Your writing, your videos, your audios, everything. And then you're going to stand out online, just like Peso here. And remember, if I haven't hammered it home enough to you already, don't try and censor yourself. Don't try and cover up your uniqueness. Look at this. I want to see more of this person.